We are live. A random Tuesday edition of the SMT podcast, June 21st, 2022. I got the bearded one, the bearded dragon. Pete is here. And we have the
Ahoy.
coolest of the zeros. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
through tonight.
Hey, Sneed.
What
Before
up?
we get into things, want to give a shout out to MS in the chat with a $2.71 super chat saying longest day of 2022. Happy summer.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the super chat. Happy summer to all. I forgot, is this considered the summer solstice?
Yeah.
Okay, the 21st, right? So it's the same every year. And
No.
yeah, Yasmin told me the same thing today. She's like, first day of summer, daddy.
Leap
like,
year, it's on the 20th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. All right there, man. I'm off by 24 hours. Yep, we got some peeps here. We got Jason in the house. Good to have you. Adam is here. Jacob's in the house. We got Ram. Glad to have you all. Thanks for coming through. And we got topics, man. A couple of good ones. I did videos on it earlier. I do want to kind of break them down. And since I got a couple of people with me here on the panel to maybe throw some things back and forth, look at things a little bit different way, then discuss them. Cipriani Tech's in the house. Good to see you, man. I'm well, thank you. Hope all is well with you. TJ is in the house. Welcome to the show. I think what I'll do is share the link. We'll put that in the live chat. And then I'll get the screen share going, and then everybody can follow along. I already put them in the show notes. But for whatever reason, it doesn't allow you to look in the description during a live stream.
Well,
I couldn't tell you why or
it's a little circuitous.
Well, I don't know, man. It's kind of annoying because, like, I can put everything there and then everybody can just pull that up, but now I gotta add steps, so it's just annoying. All right, here we are. Story number un. Dish, T-Mobile agreed to new terms of a master network agreement. Before we get into the details of this particular announcement, I just want to say for background, especially for those who are new to the channel, and maybe you're like a new subscriber within the last year or something. This dates back to a couple of years ago when the T-Mobile and Sprint merger was first, I guess, made official, cleared, and passed, and went through regulations. One of the things that came out of that merger between T-Mobile and Sprint was Dish to come in as the new entrant, as the fourth carrier. And in that process, Dish and T-Mobile have an agreement that was pretty much regulated by the DOJ. And it was an agreement to give Dish access to the T-Mobile network for 7 years. And that agreement was so that customers, Dish customers, would have network access, including especially Boost Mobile, because they used to be a Sprint-owned company, so they were on the Sprint network. Well, if there's no Sprint network, those Boost Mobile customers need to go somewhere. So they would be on the T-Mobile network until Dish would go native, or whatever, whenever that happens. So apparently, Charlie Ergen, the president of Dish, was not happy with the terms in retrospect. Aggravated by that, he approaches AT&T, inks a deal with them for similar provisions, gets a better deal from AT&T, better pricing, longer access.
Hey, Sneed, can I throw in a joke here?
Yeah, sure.
Of course you got a better deal from AT&T. They didn't have to support them with CDMA.
Which is another thing in this, right, Pete? That's part of it. So, and we'll talk about it in the details of this article. It's mentioned in there, I believe. So all that was going on. He leverages the AT&T contract to renegotiate the terms of the existing T-Mobile deal. So now the sly son of a you-know-what, son of a gun, pulls off an even sweeter deal with T-Mobile than he got with AT&T. The only thing left to do for Charlie Ergen is to leverage the T-Mobile deal against Verizon and never build out a network and just give it up.
So true, yeah.
I swear, man, it wouldn't surprise me if somehow, some way, there's some deal with Verizon on the back end happening right now. It's on the table.
I think he'd run out of money to pay the fines with if he never built out a network, but
Unbelievable. It's crazy. All right, so that was then. That was the process, and here we are today. All right, let's look at the details of what the MNSA is. That's the Master Network Services Agreement. All right, so here is what Dish is getting out of this. Dish will pay lower rates to T-Mobile for the use of T-Mobile's network. So the rate of usage and cost of the data, so basically how much it costs for a customer to use 1 gig of data, that price went down. Uh, T-Mobile was probably willing to do this because their network operation synergies probably make it cheaper for them today than it was 2 years ago, honestly. So it made business sense that they were able to do this in a better situation today. These are being applied retroactively to January 22nd, 2022. So maybe there's some money they're recouping, some free gigs here. Dish has agreed to a minimum purchase commitment to T-Mobile of $3.3 billion to cover the MNSA. By the way, I think that number for AT&T is $5 billion, Pete. Pretty sure.
Well, these are a lot of billions, regardless.
Yeah.
Do you know? Can you like imagine how much $1 billion is?
I mean, you could sleep on $1 billion, right? You could put it under your
Hey,
bed, right?
if you had $1 billion lined up back to back on singles, you could go from New York most of the way to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dough. All right, so the original deal was July 1st, 2020 on a 7-year term. So they got 5 years remaining. It looks like this is more guaranteed money to T-Mobile, and Dish gets a better rate per gig. There's some other stuff here too. The parties had been involved in a year-long dispute. Pete mentioned this about the CDMA network, the shutdown from Sprint. The spectrum was important to Dish's prepaid wireless service, Boost Mobile. A lot of Boost Mobile customers having older phones, legacy tech from a long time ago, unresponsive, don't really upgrade frequently. So it was a thing. Obviously, Boost and Dish, they knew it was going to be a problem trying to get customers onto newer phones. That's kind of the business you're in, though, right? Like, what are you going to do? Those prepaid customers, that segment specifically, quite unresponsive. And even if you tell them you're giving them a free phone or a discount on a phone, they're not really thrilled about change. Let's see here. Some more. Dish and T-Mobile reached a proposed settlement that would have resolved this conflict. However, the DOJ never approved the proposed settlement. The matter became moot after T-Mobile shut down the spectrum on May 31st. That was one of the things I didn't get, actually, guys. I didn't understand why the DOJ didn't intervene sooner. You got two parties that are each operating on their, trying to operate to their advantage. They're really not trying to negotiate and give up anything. There has to be a mediator.
I just think the DOJ didn't care because they knew that Dish wasn't going to build out a CDMA network, right? So they went to straight 5G, right? So I just don't think they really cared, to be honest.
Also, they have bigger fish to fry than bickering over mobile phone frequencies for 25-year-old phones.
Yeah, there's definitely some old phones on that network, man, for sure. Some additional details from the deal. T-Mobile will be providing certain assistance to Dish with respect to Boost customers who have been migrated off of T-Mobile's CDMA network. Such assistance includes the provision of replacement devices for CDMA customers and marketing support. That's interesting. So they're going to help with phones, and they're also going to be a part of advertising. So maybe that means they get to utilize T-Mobile branding like the 5G ultra capacity, making commercials together or something. That sounds pretty interesting, actually. Maybe we'll start to see Boost Mobile, T-Mobile, powered by T-Mobile or something. I don't know, man. And T-Mobile will use that as their own advertising, right? And Boost, getting this 5G credibility or something. I don't know. T-Mobile has also agreed to transfer to Dish all Boost branded customers of former Sprint affiliates, Shentel and Swiftel, as well as Boost branded customers who were previously part of the CPUC care program. How many customers do you guys think this is? It says here Dish expects to receive 100,000 customers. You guys think it's 100,000?
Yeah, I do, because the Chantel Swiftel, if you actually look at their subscriber bases, they had up to 700,000 combined. So I was gonna say it's probably around like 100, like it says 100,000 or maybe 125,000. Um, I'm assuming T-Mobile has did that just to get what I'm curious about is I think correct me if I'm wrong, but in the original agreement, T-Mobile has also access to Dish's spectrum, right?
Well, the only spectrum situation involved here is going to be whether or not Dish wants to purchase band 26, right? The 800 megahertz. I mean, what is
Right,
it,
but
like
I
5
thought
megahertz nationwide? What is it?
it's 14 megahertz.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, but I thought
And
that T-Mobile is getting access to some of Dish's 600 megahertz spectrum because of this
Well, they did set up that deal, but that was kind of like, I don't know if you remember when that first happened, Zero Cool.
during the COVID
The
era.
Right, the contention is that literally T-Mobile said, "We don't wanna pay for it. We'd like to continue to use it." Like, you remember the letter from Neville?
I do, yeah.
It was horrible. I mean, you wanna talk about disrespectful, like, they literally threw complete shade. They're like, "Oh, thank you so much for letting us use the 600 megahertz, but, we don't wanna pay now, so
Yeah,
we'll use it for free."
right. All I'm saying is I don't know if it's in the original MSNA agreement though.
Well,
You know
in
what I
the
mean?
original agreement, Dish was supposed to get paid.
Okay, that's the thing. So if it's in the original MSN agreement, does that change? Does it just get paid? Does T-Mobile have access to even more 600 megahertz? I don't know. They say they
So
did sign an amendment.
the way
So I
the
don't
deal
know.
sounds to me, Zero Cool, is it's a scratch my back, I scratch yours kinda deal,
Right, right.
right? So we need phones, we need CDMA to be dealt with, we need, this, that, and the third, and in the process, well, we can let you use the 600 megahertz, right?
Hmm.
And the DOJ facilitated that because they had a deal in place until they didn't have a deal in place. Like, literally, it was T-Mobile saying, "We don't wanna pay for it," but I think the DOJ had the 2 companies pinned up against each other saying, in good faith, "Come to an agreement on the 600 megahertz pricing."
Right.
Right? And then T-Mobile literally wrote a letter saying, "We don't wanna pay." But to me, it was complete spite, and because that was the time where, like, things fell out between Charlie and Eugene.
I feel that if they're
Remember
gonna
the
have to get
Grinch and all
this,
that? Remember that?
yeah, yeah. I feel like if they're gonna have to get this approved, by the DOJ, and by was it by August, you know, whatever the date is. I feel like they're going to have to, August 14th here. Yeah, I feel like they're going to have to agree to some spectrum slash monetary value. So here we go. So this says also locks in a multi-billion-dollar revenue. Gosh, that it makes me sound like this is a spectrum monetary deal as well
Well,
that
they
they're
need the revenue.
yeah.
Like, we're gonna get to the money piece and what it's gonna take to build a network. But kind of moving on here to the roaming side, says the new terms also remove certain restrictions on Dish's ability to provide roaming services to customers within the T-Mobile network footprint. T-Mobile has agreed to provide nationwide standard domestic access and in-market roaming to Dish's customers within the T-Mobile network footprint. This includes areas with markets where Dish is deploying its own 5G network. So if there's like a disconnect from site to site, like, they can have it set up so, like, they would default to a T-Mobile site for coverage.
Hmm. Yep.
Uh, other than, I mean, that basically sounds
so
exactly
Sneed,
like what they have with AT&T as well.
Yeah.
so Sneed, I don't know if the article got into this. I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and read it. Will they be falling back on T-Mobile's voice over NR when T-Mobile deploys it when Dish's voice over NR is not available?
Well, if it's still in beta, then I would say maybe. If it's officially launched, I think they have access to the whole thing. I think actually, Pete, what's probably going on right now in the back end, what I think has been happening, I bet you the same thing we saw with Dish. Remember when Carlos was explaining what was going on, to see that the systems were talking to each other.
Yep.
T-Mobile and Dish are probably doing that now, right? They're probably testing voice over NR, all the standalone stuff that T-Mobile has started to do. I mean, if all this is done over the cloud, you know what I'm saying, Pete? Why the hell not?
That's true.
The only thing that's going to be challenging, I feel, is the fact that Dish is going in hard on ORAN, and these other legacy companies, they're NSA based, right? So there's going to be hiccups. I mean, Zero Cool,
Oh,
I mean, do you expect things to be smooth sailing? I don't.
No, I don't know.
I expect some handoffs to be pretty nasty. I would expect bad. Like, I can't wait for the first person on Twitter to say, I just dropped a call going from voice over NR Dish to voice over NR T-Mobile. Like, it's going to happen.
Yesterday I called both Zero Cool and Sneed on T-Mobile's voice over NR. Walked about a mile and a half talking with Sneed. Surprised it didn't drop.
It was very good.
So hopefully the tower handoff between a T-Mobile and a Dish can just happen without anybody noticing.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. I don't think it's going to be an issue of like one being good and the other being bad. I just think it's going to, how do they hand off to each other? It's like when they do the track and field events, how they got to hand the baton or whatever.
Yeah, I think
the handoff's got to be smooth. Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be probably a little bit of a rough go at the start, but with anything, the kinks will be ironed out.
Yeah. Hey, we got a lot of friends coming into the show. I see a lot of people in the live chat. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming through. Let's just make sure that we throw in these terms so nobody forgets. The DOJ would have to approve the new terms by August 14th here this summer. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, both companies seem to be pretty happy about this, and it puts them in good standing, so I think it should be fine. I'm looking at some other stuff here, but it doesn't really seem to be that big of a deal, so I think we're good. Here's T-Mobile saying that their EBITDA is going to increase. That's nice. The money talk.
Hey, Sneed.
Yeah.
Do you want our boy Tim to pop in?
Yeah, I do actually. Dedication. This podcast dedicated to the homie Tim B. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Glad to have you on, and I wish you 100 amazing, beautiful birthdays or more if that's what you want.
What's up, Tim? What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, I'm gonna send you the link on Hangouts.
Yeah, buddy. All right, what's the next topic, man? Let's see what we should do here. Oh, this one. Yes. I'll go ahead and link this, and then we could take a look at it and dissect it here. Hey, Yasmin, what's up?
Tim, check your Hangouts.
Right now here.
Oh. All right, Pete, did you get him that link?
In Hangouts.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Couldn't find his email.
All right, link is in the live chat here. And let me get my share screen going. And then, nope, that's not it. Here we go. Okay. And I literally have to bring in the share screen like a guest to the show.
All right. Yup.
All right. Best Mobile Networks 2022 brought to you by the good folks at PC Mag, the homie Sasha C-Band, as he's referred to on Twitter. 10,000 miles in the U.S. Speed testing AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. Testing LTE and 5G networks in cities, towns, rural areas to crown the 13th annual champion. So they've done this for over a decade, man. What I don't understand is how they wrap up their awards. We're in June. What about the rest of the year?
Well, you see, Sneed, the carriers put their budget to put everything out by June so they can align with PC Mag.
I don't necessarily agree with their testing methodology. I'm looking at the numbers here. Yes, T-Mobile was the fastest. Okay, sure. But under failed data connections, they have 8% failure rate. So 8% of the data never made it, right? So the data speed.
So you're saying there should be a penalty for that?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's the worst out of the three. Drop calls 1%, failed data connections 8%. Just because you're the fastest doesn't. I mean, you have to have two things. You have to have consistency and reliability. You have to have speed, right? If you don't have, if you never connect to a speedy network, what's the point of it?
So this actually might be true. This is very possible, David. The SMT Nation probably has more data points than PC Mag for this year. That's probably true. Seriously. But looking at the data they do have, and here it's got the locations. You guys, like I said, I linked it. You can look at it on your own accord, the details they have. All right. I want to take a look at some of these numbers. Okay, first of all, the overall winner is T-Mobile. If you look at these numbers for download speed, I'd say that that's warranted. If you're just looking at speed as a measure of being the winner, I mean, look at the average downlink. They're leaps and bounds ahead of Verizon and AT&T. And actually, I think the more concerning issue is the difference between Verizon and AT&T. Because that's just awful, because Verizon and AT&T essentially have the same amount of spectrum.
Those are roughly the discrepancies I find in my market.
See, and here's the thing, Pete. That's not how it is in my market, but I'm not dumb. I know that things vary by market and things vary by region, so I get it. You know what I mean? Like I understand national is way different than say for example regional. But I think the issue here is the average downlink speed and then the percentage above 25. Like, look at that. Like, Verizon is double the average downlink speed, but basically the same amount of speed above 25 megabits. So that is basically saying when you have AT&T, it's either really fast or really slow.
Yep.
When you have Verizon, it hovers around like the 150 mark, right? And then T-Mobile's got the most mid-band, deployed and on air. So like, to me, this is all textbook stuff, right? Seems pretty normal. Uplink speed is kind of more the same. T-Mobile's maximum uplink is very impressive, 138. Verizon, very impressive, 143. I've seen really bad uplink speeds from AT&T, so I'm not shocked that it's pretty low for its max. And also, the percentage above 5 megabits, they're all pretty close. Like, there's not that much discrepancy. So basically, I don't know. So to me, the average is low from all of them. I was hoping that by this point we'd be seeing like 40 as an average, but whatever.
Well, I think with the 25 by 5, isn't that kind of like the FCC requirements for broadband at the moment?
Yeah, you guys can totally tell they're not going to be hitting the CPUC requirements. You can see how hard this stuff is to do.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. This PC Mag report, they tested in 36 locations. And guess what? They're all major cities. Okay, so T-Mobile always has great speed tests in major cities. That's what they focused on. I think this report is very biased.
I don't know if it's biased towards like city testing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, Sneed.
Yeah.
You gonna get Tim in?
Timbo. Happy birthday, dog.
Happy birthday.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, old man?
Close enough.
Hey, man. 50 is the new 30, all right?
Hey, I'm not arguing that.
All right, man. We got average latency. T-Mobile number 1 at 39 millisecond. Verizon's close at 40. and then AT&T's at 47. In
Those
that
are all
order is
fine.
typically what I've been seeing too. So,
And, you know, even 47 milliseconds of latency on a mobile connection is fine, in my opinion.
all right, guys, the dropped calls, they're all at 1%. Pete, tell me about dropped calls in Longmont.
You drive to the wrong location on AT&T. Dropped. Yeah. Other two from the small testing I've done haven't dropped a call due to the network.
Okay. Zero Cool, where you're at. Anybody dropping calls?
To be honest, no, I have not.
All right, here's the guy
You
to
also
ask.
don't have the dead zones there, do you?
No dead zones. Just, you know, it's the coverage here. You know, and I'm speaking for all three carriers. Everybody can improve here, right? But there's no dead zones. You know, there's no dropped calls. I mean, the
Nice.
lowest I'll get would be like maybe two bars. You know, so
You are so lucky.
You want to hear a different story? Tim, tell us about your area, sir.
So I can speak for North Carolina as a whole. So I'll give you an example. So we went on a trip this weekend as we roughly drove about 460 miles this past Saturday. We went to Grandfather Mountain. All three carriers, once we started going up the mountain for the whole 12 miles up, anything outside of Boone, all three carriers didn't have service. None. Not even E911 calling.
oh wow.
Where I live here at the house, depending on which direction you go on the rural country roads, 20 minutes outside a major city of Raleigh, no service, all three carriers. AT&T has a dead zone that's almost 6 miles. Verizon still drops down to 3G. Like for me, it's a choice of picking which carrier sucks the least.
Tim, that's worse AT&T near you than me.
Yeah, AT&T, once you get out of Raleigh and the suburban areas, is trash. Like, they still have cell sites that don't have band 14 on it.
Sounds like my entire market.
I don't understand how they say things like the band 14 build is 95% complete. I'm like, how?
I've talked to
It's not.
Since they came out with that, I talked to the FirstNet committee. Their internal numbers are lower.
Is it even past 90%, Pete?
Check your text messages.
Damn. So
I'm going to say it's probably around 80.
Yeah, 85, I think. 85, 87, I believe.
Honestly, the best experience, providing they have coverage, is T-Mobile. Like, they're the fastest by miles. Like, it's not even competitive. Even the sites that Verizon does have N77, T-Mobile's still faster.
Nice.
You know what it boils down to is they've tended to their tower sites more recently. You know, freaking Verizon built those sites back in 2010, 2011. Maybe they upgraded them in 2013 or 14. You got yourself a band 13 only site or a 1366, and they haven't been back since.
Sneed, when you read that text message, don't spit out your tea.
I can't believe it, bro.
There is another thing.
So when they drop all these numbers, dude, they're full of
Bull pucky.
Unbelievable.
Well, there is another thing. So, like, T-Mobile, yeah, they did recently upgrade all their sites, but there's a lot of these. I almost question if Verizon's really touched them since LTE first launched. Yeah, they do have four-carrier aggregation, but when you have 50% market share on 45 megahertz of spectrum, you're in trouble.
You're making phone calls, and that's about it.
Pretty much.
All right, we got the if I was going to just kind of discuss Ohio quickly, AT&T's done a really nice job of upgrading the tower sites. They're freaky fast pretty much everywhere. T-Mobile, where they do their N41 upgrades, offer 500-600 megabit per second with regularity. Where they've got the N71, the coverage is good because it has great range. I mean, it's kind of like whatever whichever carriers are upgrading the sites in your area, I mean, it's great. Verizon has neglected parts of the state. You got band 13 and 16, and since most people trust Verizon for coverage, there's a lot of users on that network, but not a lot of spectrum on those sites. So you've got like Verizon towers getting 10-20 meg times of congestion. You're crawling, right? And then for AT&T, they've got upgraded sites. So there's literally sites in the middle of freaking, I don't know, Smithville. I'm in Smithville, Ohio, dog. They got a general store.
I've been
You
there.
buy like food rations and stuff. Like, it's crazy, bro. They got a swinging door, right? You can go in there. And I swear to you, AT&T is getting like 300 megabit. They got like a band 14, band 30, band 2, 66. They got all their gear on those sites. And they're booming at like 250, 300 feet, right? And then T-Mobile's got Sprint coverage now. So I'm sure that those sites are getting, upgraded now. They're Sprint keeps.
Well, one thing that surprised me, it looks like a lot of the Sprint keeps, so long as they weren't like on the same macro, they're keeping them.
Look, all I'm saying is that if Verizon has not looked at their competition, like, it's happening.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
AT&T is improving and T-Mobile is improving. So sitting there resting on your laurels, talking about, we're the reliability network, all that. Come on, man. These people are AT&T and T-Mobile aren't resting. They're doing their thing too.
So before the merger, when I used to work for Big Red, we actually had a this is actually nationwide. We had a double build out plan for cell site density, and it was canned. And now they have to play catch up. So, for example,
here's Sasha C-Band right here for those of you guys that don't know who he is.
Oh my gosh, he looks like a. He looks like a.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, they were testing the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus X65 modem RF system. Let's see some other details. We use people, not square miles, to determine our scores. Rural areas comprise 16% of our score, similar to the 14 to 20% of the U.S. population classified as rural. So here's where we're at, guys and gals. In 2010, AT&T 3G was the best.
I remember that.
You do? Because I don't.
I do.
I remember
that.
I was on Verizon, bro. So I was on Altel,
in 2010,
and then it became Verizon.
It was Singular here. It wasn't AT&T.
Yeah.
I was on AT&T in 2010. Left them again after a $400 bill. When the previous month was $240. But yeah.
All right, Verizon 2012. See, when a company wins 2 years in a row, the other carriers have to be thinking, I want to take this now, right? So AT&T 2013, Verizon 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah, but here's the problem, Zero Cool. I don't want this.
Oh, I know.
I don't want the same company winning any award over and over and over again. Because that tells me that the others are lagging behind.
Yep. I get it.
We want to see Sprint in there somewhere.
Yeah, right, Pete. Yeah, how is a regional carrier going to win a national award, dog?
I don't know.
All right,
we're going to be having the same conversation come 2 years when we're talking about Dish.
All right. Well, AT&T took it in 19. Verizon took it back in 20. That's the 5G era, I guess. T-Mobile since 2021, 2022.
So, just out of curiosity, how many people think the reason Verizon won those many years was because of the Altel merger? Because that merger went through June 6, 2008.
Yeah, but 12 years of distance between them? Okay, so like
And
so
then, no,
this one
the 2014 on up, that was mostly due to their AWS rollouts and PCS
you got to
rollouts.
remember, Verizon was not shy about building tower sites.
No, they weren't.
You know, like that was the one thing that AT&T was not doing as well as Verizon. And you know, damn Skippy, T-Mobile had not taken tower site density seriously until recently, like the last 3-4 years.
We have
That's
the DOJ. We have the DOJ to thank for that with T-Mobile.
I mean, 600 megahertz really saved them. I mean, they had to get it. They didn't have the low band to compete with Verizon and AT&T. I mean, imagine if T-Mobile had to build their entire network on a mid-band footprint.
Oof.
I mean, they'd still be regional.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And they would literally need a roaming agreement for low band coverage. They'd be roaming on Verizon or AT&T. All right, so this is an interesting these data points. You guys are going to like this. So this is the percentage of tests where downlink speeds within certain thresholds. Okay, so number of tests between 0 and 50 megabits. That's not good. You want this number to be low. You want these numbers over here to be high, right? Notice how T-Mobile has the least number of speed tests 50 or below. That's because that means most of their tests are in the faster range. Look, once you get past 250 megabits, T-Mobile's gone. Look, way above the competition. Verizon is lagging. AT&T is way, way behind. Look, AT&T's flat once you pass 300 megabits.
And then Verizon jumps in when you hit the millimeter wave speeds.
Yeah, they stay up there around the gigabit speed, right? All right, so what do I expect a year from now, Pete? I expect all this to be a little similar. I expect the blue dots to come up. I expect the red dots to come up. I expect the pink dots to also go up a little bit, but the gaps are going to close. It's as simple as mid-band being on air and on a lot of sites.
It's going to be a good dream and a good reality to live in. Let's take that pill.
Yeah, man. 5G Plus from AT&T, 7% of the time. Verizon Ultrawide 20% of the time. T-Mobile 5G UC, 78% of the time. I'm going to tell you why this is cap. And actually, I'm going to tell you why this is cap too. Okay, so what the carriers are doing now, and I don't know if anybody else has seen this, I have looked at pretty much every tower site in my county. I would say no more than 40% of the T-Mobile sites have N41. But the 5G UC icon shows about 80 to 85% of the time.
I've been seeing that on pure N71 sites.
So here's what's happening, Pete. They're doing intercell aggregation, and that freaking 5G UC icon is popping up, even though you're not connecting to that site having N41. You're connected to that site, which is pulling an N41 signal from the neighboring cell.
Yep, but I must say, can still watch 720p video, no problem on that.
Well, it's not a user issue. The
Nope.
Connection's fine. It's plenty fast. But here, I'm seeing it from T-Mobile and I'm seeing it from Verizon because my freaking home site says 5G ultra wideband sometimes, but that site doesn't have 5G UW gear. It's the neighboring cell.
I'm saying the closest to reality is that AT&T number.
It is. This is 100% facts. Actually, today it's a different story. This would have been true 1 month ago.
Yep.
Literally in the last month, Pete, in the Cleveland market, I have found 12 5G plus towers all in the last month. 12.
So, Sneed, we have Franco Barrera concurring with the PC Magazine when it comes to T-Mobile 5G in Southwest Michigan, saying it's great, AT&T has great LTE and almost no actual 5G here, and millimeter wave is few and far between.
You guys want to go ahead and chop this up and kind of discuss your markets a little? Look at these numbers. The 5G you see at 78%, the ultra wideband for Verizon at 20%, and AT&T's 5G Plus at 7%. Can you talk a little bit about your markets?
I mean, I think I think that's accurate because, well, I think just the Verizon and AT&T piece are accurate. I don't think that's accurate for T-Mobile, to be honest with you. I just, partly because we're going, we're converting the equipment over to Ericsson, right? But that's going to take time. But I think, let's put it this way: I have not. They only have AT&T 5G Plus in Orlando. They don't have it anywhere else, really. That's like, so I have to, I would have to drive for that, and I would say it's probably about maybe 3% or 4%.
So zero cool in my market, I'm seeing UC about 80% of the time on T-Mobile, and ultra wideband and 5G plus in random islands in Denver, and outside of that, they're on DSS 5.
I think AT&T, for the love of God, they need to step up their 5G plus deployment. Like, it's pitiful. It's really bad.
So here in my market, Verizon has N77 as of last time I looked on 5 sites. Those 5 sites were available at launch. Nothing's been touched since.
No.
AT&T has plenty of Band 5 5G, but I haven't seen any N77. T-Mobile has N41 on almost every single tower site. Verizon millimeter wave, non-existent.
Hey, do you guys think that enough users even know what they're looking for? Like, do you guys think people even notice 5G UW?
I was going to say, to the
5G
average customer,
plus,
no.
5G UC. Do they even know? I mean, I got to give it to T-Mobile. They're advertising like crazy.
Hey, Los.
Like, they're trying to get the message out, but like, do people even notice or care?
Let's put it this way. Everybody, whether it's going to be marketing, whether it be tests being done, whether it be customers, people are noticing the 5G UC from T-Mobile. So they're, in my opinion, they're clobbering AT&T, in the 5G game.
I agree. I
to
mean,
me, the normies are concerned with how fast does the app load, and family I saw in Utah, one on my T-Mobile account upgraded to the SE3 from Apple, and she may actually start using mobile data now on T-Mobile as
guys,
opposed to not.
This is the testing where they tested. Like, that's it.
Wow, they tested Texas,
Oklahoma.
A good chunk of Florida, good chunk of the Northeast.
They did Florida. They did Atlanta. The Carolinas got tested.
The itty bitty little spot of the Carolinas.
Bro, hold on a second. Okay, so fine. You don't want to test Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Fine. What's wrong with testing Minnesota
or Colorado
or Ohio? Dude,
like I said, dude,
it's a biased testing.
Yes, it's a city bias based test to where they only test in like the major cities, which for speed always favors T-Mobile.
Look how they weighted this. Look how they weighted the scores,
bro.
Average download 10%, downloads above 25 meg 20%, average upload 10%, uploads above 10%, latency 10%. And then for reliability, they tested call success, data success.
How do you get data success when the failure rate, T-Mobile has the highest failure rate? That's my point. They weigh speed more than data failure.
Los, should we look at Vegas, sir?
Bro, that's I'm telling you right now, they did not test with making calls with how do you call it, doing FaceTime or anything like that, because I FaceTime with you many times, and how come on T-Mobile it always drops? Why? Why can't I live stream on T-Mobile more than 5 minutes? Why? I'm getting 100 upload, 80 upload. Why? Answer those questions to me, and then we can figure it out.
They got Magenta painting the whole city, bro.
Yeah, right. They can.
I already know what he's gonna say.
Hey,
yeah, I do too.
That wasn't my experience there.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of the stuff here, okay, for Vegas. AT&T and Verizon are both doing pretty good. Maximum downlink speed. It doesn't look like they connected to the ultra wideband ever.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. A couple of the spots that they went to, all right, the T-Mobile customer is ceased to exist. It's more AT&T and Verizon. Like in the Southwest, those people got money, bro. They're always on AT&T and Verizon, bro. They're CEOs, they're casino executives, all that live in that area. Summerlin, bro, it's literally like you got basketball players. You got Kobe. Kobe used to own the house there. You got Mike Tyson, people like that, bro. You know who they're on? They're on AT&T or Verizon.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is I've seen all of your coverage on Vegas, speed testing the networks, and you have millimeter wave literally everywhere.
Exactly,
how did they
everywhere.
not connect to millimeter wave here,
bro? I'm discovering millimeter wave new places every day that I didn't even know were there.
Dude,
daily.
if the only place that has a better build than Cleveland is Vegas. I've seen Columbus's millimeter wave build. It's 10% of what Cleveland has.
I think Shasha Stegan paid him off.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how they never connected to millimeter wave. That's crazy because it's built so well in Vegas.
Right.
It's okay. Anyways, looking at the average speed, Verizon at 83, AT&T at 47, T-Mobile at 240. Los, is this characteristic?
No.
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, with T-Mobile, when you do connect to certain sites, you can get the speed. But I've connected to them. Tim, we've done testing ourselves.
I know. I've seen it. I've seen.
We're getting 100
T-Mobile
upload
crash and burn. I don't know how many different times.
And that's on 100 upload.
I mean, I still haven't forgotten when Sneed tried to live stream outside the bakery and T-Mobile crashed less than 5 minutes into the stream.
Dude, it said 50 megabits.
The downloads have improved. I'll give them credit, bro. The downloads have improved. Like now the downloads are almost like matching their test. Like par for par. I'll give it that much.
Should he have done testing on the iPhone, even though they can't get access to like that speed test app or whatever it's called, the Winds? What was it? It's ookla Wind or whatever.
That's BS because I have access to it on my iPhone.
Well, they used Samsung Galaxy S22 Pluses.
Well, we all know Android's favorite on T-Mobile.
Some weird stuff on that Samsung.
Yo, Los, don't you drop calls on AT&T in Vegas?
Yes, I do, especially in the Northwest and North Las Vegas.
Dude, look at the AT&T failed data connections, 14%. Wow.
AT&T.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, the data is slow in certain spots, but I wouldn't say it drops. I wouldn't say it doesn't connect. It connects. It just.
Bro, based on these findings, I would not have AT&T in Vegas.
Verizon, in my experience, is the most solid there. Hey, Sneed.
Yeah.
We got $5 super chat from Shaheem Fried.
Thanks,
saying
Shane.
The problem is that capacitive 5G has a special icon. 5D DSS shouldn't have existed. and a plain 5G icon would have what? So just a normal 5G should be the capacity layer. Anything else should not. What about SAN71?
Hold on. Is it possible that they did not count 5G DSS in their, or do you think they would have? I don't know.
Well, they didn't distinguish like the connectivity. Like they
No, they
didn't
didn't.
separate LTE and 5G. It was all just whatever was available. It's on auto.
Oh gosh.
Right. So you couldn't say, well, their 4G was good, their 5G was the problem, or their 5G was good and the LTE was the problem. Los, real quick.
Oh.
They got 6 testing points in Summerlin. It
Yeah.
looks like they got a little bit of testing on the Strip. It looks like they got a little bit of testing right outside of Route 15. They got a little bit of testing around Henderson.
This is
They
how
got
I know
some
they're
testing
full
at
of
Enterprise.
this is how I'm gonna tell you they're full of shit. Because on the I-15 from Spring Mountain Road, if you're heading south, all the way to Russell Road, that's literally a 5-mile stretch. You're connected to ultra wideband millimeter wave the whole stretch on the highway.
I can concur.
They weren't connecting to it on their S22 Plus. Oh man, this is crazy. So
did they turn it off?
And another one too. T-Mobile has millimeter wave between Tropicana and Russell Road.
They didn't
that
connect to it either.
that 1 mile stretch on the I-15, you can connect to millimeter wave on T-Mobile.
Hey Pete, how well have you tested Denver?
Only near the art museum.
Tim, how well have you tested Charlotte?
I haven't.
Okay.
I can tell you once football season comes back.
I'll tell you this. In
how well have you tested Raleigh, Tim?
Very well. I'm actually looking at it now. Go ahead and pull up Raleigh.
Sneed, I'll tell you this. In Denver, I get the millimeter wave icon for Verizon there. Timed out when loading web pages.
Was it Nokia gear?
No idea. Couldn't find it.
Yeah, it must not have been good yet, or maybe it's still not good. I had problems with Nokia for a while. The Samsung really seems to be a big improvement.
Man, everywhere they tested in Raleigh was amazing. T-Mobile locations.
All right, let's take a look here. AT&T Max 340, Verizon looks like some millimeter wave. They got 1.9 gigs. T-Mobile 1.2 gigs. All right, average at 531, way ahead of the competition. Way ahead. Look at the number of tests Verizon has above 25 meg. 69%. Way behind the competition. So basically, Verizon is the most congested carrier in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Speed tests above 5 megs, only 70% for Verizon. That's a bad number. Dropped calls, nobody's dropping calls there. Failed data connections, Verizon at 9%. That is horrible. So Verizon is trash in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
They tested in Chapel Hill. They tested near Cary.
They did Cary, near the airport, a couple of tests in Durham. The bulk of them, which Cary's super strong for T-Mobile. So is Chapel Hill. So is Durham. Cary was phenomenal. And then everything else was in the inner bout line of Raleigh, which T-Mobile has better coverage than AT&T and Verizon in downtown Raleigh.
It's like they gave T-Mobile a combo like, yo, where's your UEC at?
Now, that one random test, whatever test 2 is, there's Clayton. That's actually out near me. I don't even know why they did a random test down below Garner.
A random test in between Garner and Fuqua Farina. You know where is, Fuqua Farina?
Yeah, Fuqua Farina is one of the third fastest growing town in the state right now. But why they tested there, that's like middle of nowhere off of I think that's Highway 70.
Got a test out by Morrisville. Couple of tests.
Yeah, that's Research Triangle Park. That's the most profitable area of Raleigh-Durham.
All right. Let's see if we got any other markets we can test where people have been.
They're testing these nuts.
Actually, Sneed, pull up Denver. It might be an area I've been in.
All right, let's check it out. All right, and Denver goes to, should be T-Mobile, I think. Yep, T-Mobile. They got Magenta. We're.
Hey, that's not, go up. That image is not Denver. Right there.
That's not Denver.
No, that's Red Rock's amphitheater in
Red
Morris,
Rock, yeah.
Colorado.
Yep, that sure is, bro.
Yep, testing's all fake.
Bro, okay, so we're gonna give it this, bro. Their testing is fake. Their images are ass. Like, what else is it?
Oh man.
So I'll tell you that this. The averages are consistent with what I've done extensively in Aurora, which is a suburb directly southeast of Denver. So I'll give them that. Do we have a test map there?
Yeah, we'll see it here. Latency, AT&T has problems.
That they do.
Calls. Yeah, the T-Mobile's got failed data connection.
I just don't understand it. It's like failed data in every single thing. So how do they, how can you win speed like that?
Hey, look at that. I was right with half their testing.
Just put, honestly, Sneed, so this is all fake news. Just put the tinfoil hat on and Alex Jones impersonation already. Wow.
Hey, I'll also say their 5 is pretty on the money, too. We got Jason D with a $2 super chat asking if you could pull up Hartford, Connecticut.
I'll check. I'll see if they got it. This is not root, so I doubt it. But thanks, Jason. I'll check for you.
I can almost guarantee you, if Root did the same drive, the results would be very, very, very different.
I'm looking. Is Tito still here? We could do the Phoenix test. Los, you've been in Phoenix quite a bit,
Probably
right?
not for the Denver market, though, Zero Cool.
I'll tell you, that's a strong Verizon market.
Yeah, Verizon. Yeah, Verizon took Phoenix. Wow, they must have a lot of millimeter wave.
Besides millimeter wave, they have a lot of small cells and mini macros. They're the carrier that has the most mini macros there on every intersection street light.
They killed it there.
The last 2 times I rolled through Phoenix, that is indeed consistent with it, with the exception of the dropped calls and the failed data.
AT&T 14% failed data connections there.
But T-Mobile's pretty solid there too. I'll give that credit too.
Yeah, I was going to say that AT&T looks like the problem in Phoenix.
Yup, I can
14% data connection failures. All right, they tested in, what is that, Scottsdale. They tested in Chandler. They tested in
Glendale. Where else?
Downtown Phoenix. They tested by the airport. Tempe.
Yep.
All right. Bro, why didn't they ask me to do the Cleveland driving? I would have did that stuff for them, bro. I know they're paying.
Are they for real?
Yeah, they're paying, bro. Here's
I didn't see Hartford. Could you pull up Salt Lake?
I've been to San Diego, so I could talk a little bit about San Diego. Who's been to Salt Lake? Los, you've been there.
I was there yesterday.
He's been there recently.
I can comment in San Diego.
Let's see. What mountain are they showing there? Scroll down.
Let's see.
That is Salt Lake.
Yeah. They got that one accurate.
They're 1 for 2. Let's go. All right. Maximum downlink speed. Sheesh, man. All right. Look at
that's consistent.
T-Mobile.
That's close.
T-Mobile and Verizon are right there. Average T-Mobile probably has more sites with N41, right?
Yep.
So their average is up. Uplink, that is absolutely tremendous. A 50 megabit average for Uplink. Wow.
Sneed, that's consistent with not the last time I was there, but the time before that, they're doing some wonky stuff there with NSA and SA swap overs.
Hey Pete, when you were there, did they have over by the university over there on
Yep.
like 8th Street and all that? Did they expand the millimeter wave there more? Because I remember when I was
Didn't check that area.
AT&T's having a stroke.
The ghost of Randall.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
all right, we got some testing sites here, Pete. Holiday, Murray, Mill Creek, Taylorsville.
I only was in Salt Lake proper and north of there.
All right,
but
tell me about Capitol Hill and Greater Avenues.
That's where I was. And T-Mobile was the fastest, about 140 with my testing. AT&T was down around 70, and Verizon was around 120 down. So, all good, I'd say. So,
can you do San Diego next? I'm curious to see.
All right, who's going to evaluate this picture? I've been to San Diego, so I know.
I can tell you right now. Hold on, let's see.
Oh my god! How does T-Mobile win there?
No,
is that Miami?
That looks more like Miami.
No, that's that. I know where that is in San Diego. Stop playing, bro. I've been there. I know that picture, bro. Come on,
I know. we just got. They're getting some right, bro.
All right. They're 2 for 3. All right, man. All right, T-Mobile for San Diego. That's crazy talk.
I don't agree with that at all because Sprint still had T1 lines there. I'm like, how do they win?
Unless Verizon fell off because they were really good when I was there.
What is happening?
They got AT&T killing it there, man. I didn't have AT&T when I was in San Diego. I can't comment to AT&T's coverage and performance.
When I was there in last year, yeah, AT&T was good. It was good there.
Wow, I think a lot has changed in San Diego. I think T-Mobile and AT&T have just they've outbuilt Verizon.
San Diego has a lot of millimeter wave though. I don't know how that doesn't make sense.
I never connected to it.
A lot too, especially on I-8.
Lowe's. This is a simple answer. The S22 Plus does not support Verizon millimeter wave.
Oh my god, are you serious?
That's not true.
Well, that's what it's showing in their testing.
No, some of the markets they got 2 and 3 gigs and 4 gigs. Let's see here. They tested in the following places. They tested in right outside of National City, downtown San Diego. They've got a few data points. What is that? Session Hill, IC Del Cerro. What is this here? Oh, La Jolla, bro. That's exactly where. Yeah, I have family out there, so they got a testing point out there. It's beautiful, by the way. La Jolla is great, phenomenal. Point Loma, some testing, and then Ocean Beach, some testing there as well.
Yeah, all crap. Like
they didn't do National City, Zoomerland, huh?
Yeah, National City is horrible for it, and I don't understand how they must have hit the sector just right or something. Like what the heck?
Oh snap! Busting up another one, knocking at the door. That's right. All right, let's go to the next city. I wish Obed was here. He could tell us about Boston. Let's see. We got DC. We got Tampa. Oh, we have a very good friend of the community, David. He's from Tampa. He knows.
Sneed.
Yo.
No, that's
accurate. Know it'd also be fun for Boston? Roger.
Yeah. But Roger doesn't care, dude.
I think he just hates all the carriers.
Yeah, he's like an industry. He's an industry insider, but like he doesn't give a damn. He's always on his home network, and he's got a freaking femto selling his house.
In general, he's in my boat. I'm like, I can connect and do what I want to do. I'm good.
Roger's probably out swimming somewhere. He doesn't even care. All right, Tampa is Verizon. Is that picture real? I don't. I think I've been to Tampa once, but I don't remember
That's real.
That is okay. So Los, they're 4 for 5 now, dude. It looks like it was just the one.
Hey.
All right, Los, we got a little bit of millimeter wave. Looks like they got enough millimeter wave to where it's really pulling up their averages. T-Mobile, that's one of their slower averages from what we've looked at. AT&T looks
A stroke.
Yeah, it's bad. Looks like T-Mobile might have some congested sites here. They had the lowest number of speed tests above 25. Maybe they don't have enough N41 out there yet. This is definitely a Verizon market, 100%.
Yeah.
Failed data rate for T-Mobile is pretty bad. It's at 14%. So they've got some trouble there. They tested in the following places: Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, Clearwater.
Yep. Clearwater.
Temple Terrace. Downtown Tampa, they've got 3 or 4 tests. And just outside of the airport, northeast, northwest.
Yeah, that's 100% accurate. Verizon, especially in the St. Petersburg area, you need to have it. Clearwater, yeah. So that's an accurate.
They did Boise, dog. Sorry, I guess I don't really care all that much. Do you guys want to see any of these regions?
Let's do rural Southwest.
All right, we'll do. Actually, we're getting requests now. Somebody wants Philly and someone wants San Francisco. We'll do both of those, and then we'll do the regions.
Philly.
All right, here is Philly. It is T-Mobile.
Sneed, hold on. You got to check the picture, bro.
That is Philly. Just off I-95.
That is 100% Philly, dog.
All right.
92% above 25 meg. They've got incredible capacity there.
Go back up to that picture. I drove over that bridge and under that underpass in Philly.
Oh, snaps.
All right, Danny, I'll try for Fresno. I don't think I saw them though. Anyways. Verizon's pretty fast there. They've got ultra wideband, it looks like, but T-Mobile's got the uniform capacity. AT&T, wow, 92%. They're all pretty fast here. Sheesh, look at that. The uplink is really good. 47 for T-Mobile. That's really good.
I wonder how many light bulbs the testers got thrown at them.
Wasn't it batteries?
It's both.
It's both. Here's your testing. Just north of Narberth, North Philly.
Hey, look, they didn't do any New Jersey.
South Philly, they got a couple of tests. Right by the 95, it's looks like a few tests. They didn't test around the airport though. That's pretty much it. They got one in Cheltenham. What is that?
Cheltenham.
They got a test out there. Anywhere else random?
No, but now mind you, the southeast of Philly proper is New Jersey, a completely different state.
Hey, Sneed, you want to see an odd one? Look at Atlanta.
All right, we'll do Atlanta after San Francisco. Somebody was asking for this one. All right, the home of the NIMBYs. AT&T takes the cake. Okay, Los, you can't argue. This is definitely the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, thanks, Los. Just wanted to make sure.
As long as you're checking the picture before we go through the readings, bro.
I know, man. I know. AT&T.
I think they must have did all their testing on the Golden Gate Bridge.
AT&T has a femto cell right when you get on the bridge.
Yes, exactly.
All right, they look pretty terrible. Actually, it's not great. None of them average over 90 megabits.
AT&T is not winning in data in San Francisco. I'll tell them that much.
I don't understand. They won the award. Maybe because they just had to give it to someone.
Look at what Steve said. He said that they have a lot of small cells, but it's still congested as hell.
All right, man. Here it is, literally home of the NIMBYs. All right, they got testing in San Francisco proper. They have testing in Harpoon Bay. Is that Harpoon? Harbor Dune. I can't see. There's like
That's
the number
Half
10.
Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay. Dannyvale. Annieville.
Danville.
What?
Saratoga. Campbell, maybe. Palo Alto. Right
Palo
outside of San
Alto,
Jose. Yeah.
home of Stanford University.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that area. God, I hate that area.
Hey, they have Livermore, home of Sandia.
All right. Before we go on to these other ones, since we're in California, we're doing Frisco. Let's do LA. T-Mobile. Los, can you confirm?
Yeah, bro. That one's
That's definitely LA.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
LA.
confirm that one too.
But the results are all jacked.
The results are jacked.
There's no way in God's green earth that
Yeah,
T-Mobile
bro,
won LA, even though I did most of it there. Verizon was supposed to win.
Bro, it's facts, bro. Verizon has hella small cells, hella millimeter wave everywhere there, bro. Even on they got it even on the damn Ronaldo Beach and stuff, bro. Like, come on.
Who did they? What were they? Were they just eating tacos all day and like, oh, T-Mobile?
Well, if it's any consolation, the latency in Frisco is pretty good, or LA, I should say. They got a lot of failed data connections.
Yeah, go look at the route report for LA. It's all Verizon, so I don't know how just T-Mobile sneaks out a win.
They got testing in La Cañada. They got what is that? West Hollywood, just south of Santa Monica. There's 3 tests. Inglewood. Okay, how do you go to LA and do testing and not test near LAX? They got a random Southgate test.
Hold on, they didn't test the hood in Compton, bro. What's up, bro?
I know they didn't test in Compton or Carson or Lakewood.
I think they just went to T-Mobile, a good N41 site in each area, be like, yeah, yep.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Caleb, is I remember some of those areas are the ones that you sent me for the Sprint 5G testing.
I know. Like I'm saying, they just went to different. It's like they cherry picked the freaking areas, you know.
That was his job, cherry picking.
Wait, Zero Cool. What did you want to see? Atlanta?
Yeah, that was me. But yeah,
Tim wanted Atlanta. Okay,
it doesn't make sense. AT&T won it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Isn't that like one of their headquarters?
But look at the performance of the networks, though. AT&T was the slowest.
We confirm this is Atlanta.
Hold on. That's the ATL, bro.
Yeah.
That's the ATL.
Hot Atlanta.
Roger Atlanta. That's right there.
I don't know. They all look pretty good, actually. Look, I don't see how AT&T would win it on data, but
I mean, it's not Verizon and T-Mobile both outperformed AT&T.
Yeah, I don't understand how they did this.
That's looking like that other AT&T win where we're like they didn't win on data and go down a little. I guess they won on failed connections.
Yeah, maybe they failed the least.
You know what this testing
So-
tells me?
But,
It's like,
but hold on. But T-Mobile won when it failed at 8 and 14%, and everybody else was less. So how does that make sense?
yeah,
This is somebody's got to talk to them about this one, the ATL one.
Yeah, you know what all this tells me? It says, if you don't have Dish, you'll be okay.
All right.
Hey, calm down there.
East Point and Hapeville.
Hold up, Zero Cool. If you're on Dish in Atlanta, you're roaming on AT&T or T-Mobile.
It was a joke.
All right, Candler, McAfee has a test outside of East Lake. You have Decatur. You have North Druid Hills. You have Brookhaven, Buckhead, Magnolia, just south of Rockdale. I guess that's it. They have 2 airports, and yet not a single test at either airport. Whatever. Man, I don't know if they're testing these places right. All right, somebody wanted Detroit. Let's do the Detroit.
And
one.
someone else wants Chicago.
All right, we'll do Chicago.
What the heck?
Bro, this is crazy. Everybody
That's
tells
so
me
not
how great.
accurate.
Everybody tells me how great AT&T is in Detroit.
Yeah, they have a
exactly.
central office there. I did most of the fiber there myself.
This is
Literally.
crazy. Bro, we got to talk to Sasha C-Band about this. This is crazy.
PCG's nuts.
All right, that is definitely Detroit. Yep, that's it. All right, moving on.
What
Hey, I saw Canada in that too. Definitely Detroit.
Yeah, AT&T is the main hub for Detroit. What's going on here?
That is crazy.
I guess Sasha doesn't like your fiber.
He doesn't like
Bro,
anything.
I think it's
well,
the
look,
S.
AT&T had 18% failed data connections.
These S22s, bro, they're no good, bro.
Look at the
I keep it
ranking. They did
real.
1.5. Oh my god, this is crazy, man. I can't believe that Detroit turned out like this, man. Wow.
Well,
Wow. All right, let's see the data points.
Man, you
Farmington,
can't get hood girls in Detroit with T-Mobile. Are you nuts?
Taylor, Brownstone, Charter Township. They got testing at Warren, just north of LaSalle.
By the way, LaSalle's in Canada.
Yeah, it looks like they're just north of LaSalle, so I guess that would have
So,
been just downtown, maybe, possibly.
yep, maybe
Okay.
they got that T-Mobile 3 megahertz of band 26.
I don't understand, bro. I've been to Detroit plenty of times, and AT&T was phenomenal there. I mean, Verizon was good too. I never tested T-Mobile there, so I can't comment or speculate, but, you know.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
ran the fiber there for 4 years. Like, I don't understand.
Just wait till you see Chicago.
All right, let's do Chicago. T-Mobile for Chicago. The Bean. Yeah, Carlos, you can't mess with this one, bro.
oh, I
That
know.
is Chicago.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, Chicago, Verizon is tremendous. I can confirm that. I can't speculate on AT&T or T-Mobile because I only had Verizon at the time, but it was great. I hear T-Mobile's really good in Chicago. They have a ton of N41 built out there, so that definitely shows it.
Yeah, that part is definitely true. There is a crap ton of N41 for T-Mobile, so I think this is an accurate test, in my opinion.
Look at that uplink, man. I'm surprised. T-Mobile needs more small cells to increase their uplink.
And if you think about it, Chicago is also one of the first Sprint 5G markets as well. So,
Yep.
Good
yes,
call,
sir.
man. Good call.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why they won.
Good call. Good call. All right, they tested just outside of Lincolnwood.
Oh, they got Midway Airport too.
They actually did mostly like Chicago proper. Yeah, they tested outside of Midway. Just north of Dolton and Blue Island. They got a couple of tests. They didn't do much in Chicago. That's not much testing. Anybody want to see anything else?
Now bro.
Oh, I
So we
do.
have-
Kansas City, please.
Mm-hmm.
This way we'll know
oh,
if the test
yeah.
is real or fake. If T-Mobile wins.
Should be Verizon, from what I understand.
Yep. Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about Verizon and KC. Must be an old Altel market. All right, can you guys confirm that is Kansas City?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that does look like it. Yep.
That's Kansas City, not Overland Park.
Man, AT&T's lagging in Kansas City.
Yeah. Look at T-Mobile at 408 for average downlink. Looks like the millimeter wave or ultra wideband is built out pretty good there for Verizon.
And it looks like a Sprint market.
Uplink for AT&T is trash. Hey, no dropped calls from anybody. Failed data connections. That's probably why Verizon won this. They're at 3%. The others are at 8%.
Yeah. Although, from the looks of it, fine with any of them.
They did test 2 points outside of Overland. Overland Park had 2 tests, test 16 and test 17.
Should be light. T-Mobile should have kicked ass in those. Too bad we can't pull them up individually.
Well, isn't it ironic that the fastest carrier in Bellevue, Washington is Verizon?
Oh,
No.
I think that's ironic.
I don't.
So this,
They
I feel like
coat,
that on
they-
purpose.
they coat the roads in millimeter waves, so people are like, man, T-Mobile sucks.
I don't think it's that T-Mobile sucks. It's just like, yeah, if they put up a bunch of nodes, they're just being like, oh my goodness, look how tremendous Verizon is. By comparison, yeah, T-Mobile must suck.
so Pete brought it up earlier.
They have
Check
more
the
sites out there.
Southwest rule. Because
Southwest rule. That's your that's your
Yeah, I'm
thing,
looking at
Carlos.
Southeast rule now.
Oh, we're about to call a lot of wolf tickets on this. And that's a bunch of wolf tickets.
Oh, yeah. That's Verizon territory.
All right, first of all, Carlos, where is this? I know you've seen this. Where is this?
That is, let's see.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
that
a
actually-
U.S. highway.
Yeah, that's US 93. That's US 93 heading towards Ely.
I've been on that road.
That's where, Pete, like after Caliente, how you go through those curves, those
Yeah.
mountain curves, it's right there.
Carlos, you've literally told me that AT&T is trash out west.
Yep.
And here they are winning it.
Well, so they're not winning in data.
What are they winning in?
Maybe the person that
Least
wrote this.
failed connections.
It's like
Bro.
maybe the person who wrote this report got the carriers mixed up. Who knows?
Yeah,
They
because
ranked Verizon.
Verizon looks better than AT&T.
But they got Verizon as third.
That's some BS right there.
Doesn't Verizon do the Southwest really good, Carlos?
Yeah, bro. Driven the
Los
whole
and I both strongly agree on that.
Where's the editor?
Pull up Southeast.
There you go. That's Tim's neck of the woods.
Yeah, that's
right
what I'm
there.
looking at right now. So they
After
drove
that-
from Raleigh to Charlotte, South Carolina, Atlanta, down to Tallahassee and the west coast of Florida. And
Hey, what did you guys
Key
know?
West.
It's Tim's backyard. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, you got a beautiful
shit ton of
backyard, bro.
trees.
Let's do Northeast next and see
It's
what
Verizon.
happens.
It's Verizon. Is that right, Tim?
Overall, yes.
Okay. All right. They're 1 for 7. All right. I don't know. Let's see what it is. I guess they're the fastest median.
I think it might be data drops.
Yeah.
No.
AT&T's
Verizon-
at 11%. So is Verizon.
T-Mobile had 17.
I bet you AT&T was close in this.
T-Mobile had the most drop calls, which I can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
5%, and then 17% failed data connections. That hurts them.
Yep. Let's look Northeast.
That might be T-Mobile.
I'd
No
be
way,
surprised
dude.
if it wasn't.
That's Verizon. Northeast?
Let's
Really?
see.
Wow.
Let's see.
Is it because of Sprint?
That's New York.
Hold on.
So they
Where are those
drove.
located at?
That is Sprint.
Is it because of like old Sprint territory, maybe?
So Boston, Connecticut, New Haven, New Jersey. Yeah.
That is old Sprint territory, and
Verizon's got some trouble with failed data connections.
so that's consistent with the Northeast going back like 10 years.
Did not know that, man. For whatever reason, I really thought Verizon was the Northeast carrier.
We got a North Central region request as well.
North Central?
That should be Ohio.
North Central rural.
Let's go
see.
with Verizon.
It has to be because it's all Altel country.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Steve. Where's that at, bro? Where's that at? This is your neck of the
That
woods.
is not Ohio. We don't have mountains, dog.
They do not have mountains in Ohio.
Well,
So
that's Steve's backyard
if
right
it's
there,
if
bro.
it's rural North Central, you might have PA in there. You might. And
Those
then
aren't PA mountains.
right. So like I'm thinking possibly.
What is that?
Maybe
Iowa or something?
Michigan.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be a little bit
That's
more central.
not
But
Michigan either.
I don't know, dude. It says here Detroit, Indiana, Chicago, St. Louis.
That's not Indiana.
I don't know, dude. It's grass. That's definitely a prairie.
Yeah.
But we don't. But Ohio doesn't have all this.
Indiana doesn't either.
What?
Might be Kansas.
I feel like they
Kansas
just
has
must have
some.
like photoshopped a picture. Like, hey,
I think we got some wolf tickets here, Carlos. I really do.
Yep.
This looks more like Utah than anything.
It looks like Colorado, Utah type thing.
Yeah, it's Colorado.
it does,
Yeah, wolf tickets. North Central is Plains country.
Look,
they have no mountains.
I don't know about. Listen, if it's Al Green or Bob Al Green, I don't know, but the image.
happy trees, happy trees.
So it's gonna be a dropped connection or something.
Looks like Bob Ross did every single painting.
Looks like that hurt T-Mobile a little bit. The dropped calls. Let's see here. We did northeast, we did southeast, north central, we did northwest. Okay, we got to do that.
AT&T won that
South
one.
Central, bro. So this would be what, like Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas.
If you do northwest, I would say AT&T. Oh,
Yeah,
South
northwest was AT&T.
Well, South Central is AT&T for rural. See, he told you it was like Louisiana, bro. There's like a swamp or something over here.
But what swamp, dude? Where's the gator at?
The gators, you could see the eyes right there, bro, just popping out of the water.
Oh, okay. All right, that picture's real then.
Now we know it's not Florida because the gator's not drunk.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. They're
Florida
praying.
Gators.
Southwest is also AT&T. So San Diego, Phoenix, Arizona, Kingman, Las Vegas, and Utah.
But that's Verizon country.
They got it as AT&T.
They're lying.
All right, look, where are we, man? Northwest.
Oh my God.
Northwest. That looks like.
Those are the Cascades.
Is that Oregon?
Yep. I drove right by that.
Carlos,
David says Florida Gators aren't drunk; they're on meth.
The reason why I say AT&T on the Northwest is because AT&T can roam on U.S. Cellular, and that's considered native coverage for AT&T.
Hey,
I don't know if actually I have found the regional testing more appealing than the actual cities. The cities didn't mean much to me. Like if I want city breakdown, I'm going with route.
Right.
But
exactly.
the regional is kind of interesting, but there's just not a lot of data.
Hey, Sneed, go to Southwest next.
So hold on, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Can you go up a second? You're telling me they only go down a bit. Down. Just a little bit down. Okay, never mind. I was so why is it like 14% data connections? You think that's true? All these what I'm saying is these data connections
that's saying it's
across
pretty
the
bad.
entire region.
So like they compiled all their tests from that region, and then that's how many failed data sessions they had.
Okay.
So if they ran 100 tests, 14 of them had failed data sessions.
I guess we can count them up and see if it's correct.
So just wait till you see Southwest. I think this is the highest failed data connections I've seen.
It says short of a satellite phone, it's AT&T. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, what are they like? Look, if I'm looking at these data points, AT&T, T-Mobile's faster, uplink and downlink. The difference is going to be failed data connections, but Verizon has only 1% more failed data connections, 1% less dropped calls, and 50 and 10 milliseconds lower latency. If anything, I would say Verizon's probably the better in this area.
Yeah, that's what I'm understanding.
I mean, AT&T is faster, like if you look at the average downlink, but like if your average downlink is 57, how the hell is that so different from 70? If you're gonna have, I don't know, one less dropped call, one more failed data connection. I mean, here's the percentage above 5 megabits for uplink. Like it's identical.
I feel like they tested 2 sites, one really good, one really bad, and then they just drove around in circles the rest of the time.
I guess you got to name a winner. So they just went with AT&T. It was close, probably with Verizon, but I don't know. I mean, T-Mobile's still faster.
So I went around Washington on US Forest Service roads, Bahaing on those roads. T-Mobile had service where AT&T didn't, and that was back in 2016.
Yeah. By the way, so this explains your T-Mobile experience, Carlos. So in Southwest, T-Mobile has 23% failed data connections. They declared the winner of your market to AT&T.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I still can't figure out why there's no Ohio data. Like, what did Ohio do wrong? We have 12 million people in the daggone state. I don't understand.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. What were they scared of, bro? Were they scared of they can only have one in True Crown or what, bro?
I need to say something, actually, since I got the platform right now. And I'm going to try to be as calm and relaxed about it as possible. There was a comment on one of my recent videos, and I don't remember the person's name, and it doesn't really matter. But whomever that was, if you're going to call me out and say I'm lying about testing in a certain place, I had done some testing by Baldwin Wallace College, Berea, over by the airport. I was doing some AT&T 5G Plus testing, some ultra wideband from Verizon, some T-Mobile 5G UC. Instead of typing out a 3-paragraph essay on the comment section, come meet me. If you're going to call me a liar and say I'm cherry picking sites and I'm trying to make a certain carrier look bad, meet me, test with me, and we'll see who the liar is. There's one thing that I will not accept on my channel, and I don't need my credibility questioned, because I don't work for these companies. I do whatever I want to do, and the only thing I ask for is respect. So the next time you want to sit there and describe all these streets, by the way, these streets I know. Like, I live here. You feel me? Like, I studied in the library on Front Street at Baldwin Wallace College. I know about the 15 small cells in that city. I know every macro. I know about the tower site that's off of 71 and over by the Marriott and over by the Hilton and over by the Angle Road FedEx. I know about all these sites. Meet me. If you have a problem with what I'm testing, meet me. And we'll see who's telling the truth. I have no problem doing that, because I'm not going to have my credibility questioned. You can not like me. You can hate me. I don't really care. But the testing is legit. I don't cherry pick anything. And I don't work for these people. And I don't owe them a dime. And they never gave me a dime. Nobody's going to question my credibility. I'll be damned if that's going to happen.
Shit, bro. I wish they gave us dimes, bro, because all the phone bills we gotta pay. I wish they gave us dimes. Feel me?
Man, most of them would probably get more positive comments from all of us if they paid us.
Bro, like, that's what these people don't understand is, Sneed is paying all these bills, like, I know what he pays, and it's a lot just to be doing this testing, bro, to get basically told that he's being biased. Like, get the hell out of here, man. Like, we do what we got to do, and we don't
Los,
care.
I'm out here, bro. Los, I'm out here. I'm out here testing everywhere. They can find me.
Exactly, bro.
I'm everywhere.
All they gotta do is look at you, bro. Find DJ Khaled and Volvizi, bro, and there you go.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's it, bro. Then if they want to catch hands,
I'll be
at
wearing
it,
a
bro.
shirt that says
Why
"We the
not?
best," bro. That's right.
That's right. There you go, bro. Oh man.
It's
Come
probably
on,
a
man.
magenta shill or something.
I test at the airports. I test at gas stations. I test at freaking libraries. I test at grocery stores. Bro, I test everywhere.
Hey, Sneed, we got a $2 super chat from was that Giuseppe Jimmy saying
Just
bill money.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, man, that's what my first instinct was. So,
I feel like that's a
oh
Jiminy Cricket play. Isn't that Pinocchio?
no, Giuseppe's a real name. I think I know what the issue was. My
Ah.
font on the screen made that eye look like an L.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry, Giuseppe.
Thanks, Giuseppe. Appreciate you. Giuseppe Jimmy. Good man. Thank you. Oh, that'll be tremendous. Thanks, David. Thanks for sharing that link for the Patreon. If you guys are looking for more access to what we do here with the channel, we've got early access perks. We've got exclusive live streams, exclusive videos, weekly stuff. It's great. Let's see here. What did Ryan say? He said, I won't get an answer. I don't expect one, but I had people question me about St. Louis too. Yeah, I don't know, man. When I don't live in places and I haven't tested it, I'm not really going to speculate it. I'm going to leave it to the natives to describe it to me.
I've spent maybe 3 hours in St. Louis, and all I can tell you is if I'm in the area, I'm chasing Ryan down for a burger. That's all I know about the area.
Yeah, bro. It sucks that somebody went that deep, bro. That's the case, bro. All they have to do is hit you on the DM, bro, and be like, "Hey, yo, we need to link up."
The dude straight up described every street in Berea. I know that city like the back of my hand, bro. Middleburg Heights, Berea, it's right outside the airport.
Well, what network did he say was the best out there? Did he?
It wasn't about which network is best. It was the video I did when I was testing inside the Aldi, remember?
Right, yeah.
The frickin' 5G UW site is almost a mile away on Engle Road. The T-Mobile 5G UC site is behind the hospital across the street. The AT&T site that has the 5G Plus is a quarter mile away from the Verizon site. It wasn't picking it up.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell me that the site is on 71 that I'm connected to. I understand that. I'm telling you that the 5G Plus didn't reach. That's on the other site. If it did, it would have picked it up.
Wait. Sneed, I know that area too, but I don't know it well enough to argue what tower you should be connecting to.
Right. But it's common sense. If the 5G Plus could get picked up, I'd be connecting to the site that's almost 2 miles away. It's a mile and a half away.
Yep.
It didn't pick it up. I think the bigger problem was the fact that the T-Mobile site wasn't getting picked up, which I couldn't understand why, because outside it was picking up, but as soon as I went in, it didn't. So that's what the video is really about. You want to tell me, oh, you're picking up the site that's off of 71. No, I'm not. Literally, the site's behind the hospital. And
I think the issue is the hospital, man.
Look, bro, all I'm saying is I know where all these sites are. I don't even have to look anymore, and I know. I just look at the signal strength indicator on the frickin' phone.
Yeah, I don't know your market that well, but I know the roads. By the way, we have
Cipriani, bro.
Oh, he's a Cypriot? Man, Cipriani Tech said, let those haters hate on you, bro bean. We, Capital, all support you and everybody on the podcast to the fullest. I have been a fan of yours since years and years ago.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much, man. I think Cipriani Tech is also an Ohio resident. I believe Toledo. And I haven't been out to test Toledo in a long time.
Then he might not be a Cypriot. He might be Italian.
He might be a Goomba.
Wow.
Flyboy Rex in the house. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, man. You know me, dog. I'm just trying to call a spade, man. Look, the one thing I'm seeing and it's pretty much the case across the board. I am blessed to live in a market where the carriers are phenomenal. I have to admit, they're all doing great things here. I'm very happy. I mean, heck, my home site's getting upgraded. Surprisingly, it's only AT&T and Verizon, AT&T and T-Mobile that are upgrading. Verizon's leaving my home site alone because they upgraded it like 2 years ago. So it probably won't get touched for a minute. So I won't be seeing it for, I don't know, who knows. Yeah, thanks for that super chat, Ciprione Tech.
So does this mean you have M41 at your house?
I don't want to talk about it yet.
Hey yo, Steve, guess what? Guess what's happening, bro? So the one tower that's 1.2 miles away from my house that I connect to is finally getting upgraded.
Oh, nice. What was it before?
It was just 71 and everything else.
71 and all the LTE.
Yeah.
If you guys think about it, the 41's going to be popping in a lot of areas,
But bro, I won't be there long enough to see the fruits. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got an offer today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you might be getting out quicker than you thought?
Yeah, pretty much, bro. So, but we're gonna, if we do something, we'll do the one last nationwide road trip, bro. We're thinking about renting an RV, the wife and I, and just going for like 2 months before we fully depart.
Wait, what was that, Carlos?
Yeah, bro.
That sounds like a cross-country trip to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come to Florida.
I'll be going everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
I really do want to try that Nighthawk, man, on Dish. I really do. Oh, shit. Lowe's got it, man.
I'm using it right now. I'm connected on it with the laptop on this podcast.
Is it solid, Lowe's? Is it good?
Have I hiccuped once? Man.
No, it's been great.
Well, Sneed, he's the only one on Dish in his market.
So I was going to say the lanes are wide open, right, Pete?
Yep. Also, we have Baby Yoda yelling with a $10 super chat. Somebody else read that. It's making my eyes hurt.
If you want to hear discussions about wrestling bears from the SMT, you will for sure want to go like and subscribe. Plus, don't forget to share this content. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, Baby Yoda, for all that you do. Big shout out to Grogu.
We also have Steven Smith chiming in saying, great content, and I watch your videos every day.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the support. Thanks, Steven. Thanks for the super chat. No, you guys are great. Pete, you know me, dude. I just, there's a lot of things in this world, right? And I mean, does anybody want anything other than respect?
Maybe a nap.
Maybe
some scallops.
I feel like respect is like oxygen, bro. It's a necessity, Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate the support.
It's facts, bro. On this life you have is respect and your word, bro. If you don't got none of that, you don't mean nothing.
Hey, I'm going to do a video on this, but what do you guys think of this number? The most recent data is suggesting that the amounts of data consumed, like on a per gig basis or whatever, it's doubling every 2 years.
Yeah, that's accurate. I mean, your mobile data broadband growth is, it's like 2 to 5 times depending, on
that
markets.
Is crazy.
On markets,
so if we're talking about on a per device basis, it's increasing, and then there's more devices, right?
Yep.
There's more IoT. There's more dedicated connection points, access points. Man, could you imagine what type of data like the average user is going to be consuming within 5 years? It's going to be like 100 gigs. Like, how they say the average is like 15 right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's only going to go up because data requirements for everything are going up.
But Pete, the crazy thing is that everybody's getting better home connectivity, right? Like fiber has now reached, I think, 30 to 40% of the geographical space in the country.
I mean, yeah, I could say that, bro. And then plus files, even like games are getting more graphic detailed, so their files are getting bigger, and just all around and everything.
I don't know. I'll do that in a follow-up video. But anything else for the good of the order, gents? We're already almost approaching 2 hours here.
Good.
We're good. All right, everybody, develop a hashtag. I got my hashtag meet me. Apparently, that's the theme of today's show. That was from a good old Septi, and he just tweeted me and tagged me. He said, hashtag meet me.
It's Cyprian. He's a Cypriot.
Well, hold on. We got Septian too.
Oh, yes,
so
we do.
We got Big Sept and we got Big Sip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. What are your hashtags? We'll start with the Bearded Dragon. Go ahead.
Hashtag VONR.
All right. Going with an official one.
Hey, it sounded decent, didn't it?
Yeah. Zero Cool. What's your hashtag, homie?
Hashtag Down with Segan.
All right. Team Pixel, go.
Because I'm eating, I gotta do hashtag ravioli gang.
Nice. Los, give me a hashtag, homie.
Damn, I don't know, bro. Hashtag kill the bear. Kill the bear.
Kill the bear.
Hashtag respect from RF Waves. We got hashtag meet at the flagpole from Big
Hey, Sneed.
Dude, I haven't heard that since grade school.
Oh, man. Yo, we used to meet at the Big Toy, homie. We used to meet at the swings, cuz.
Sneed, got some more shout-outs to do.
Oh, I do? Let's do them.
We got super chats from MS, Franco Barrera, Shaheem Freid, Jason D, Giuseppe Jimmy, and, Ciprioni Tech and Baby Yoda. Also,
awesome. Thank you.
We have a poll running with 116 votes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to close out the freaking poll, dude.
Here's the thing. It's 50-50.
Well, that's a problem because if we're talking about credibility, you got to be better than 50%. Yeah, it's at like 50-50, basically. Hashtag what's that smell? Hashtag test the bears.
So basically what you're saying is Segan put up the donut.
Yeah, hashtag catch me outside. How about that?
Hey, boo-boo.
Running tell that.
Hey, boo-boo. Why don't you get some of them picnic baskets, boo-boo?
I don't know, Yogi, but I am kind of hungry.
All right, guys. Thanks for a great show. Appreciate everybody here on the panel and everybody in the live. Hashtag 2Live Crew. Hashtag Replay Crew. And go ahead and like and share this. That helps out the channel. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We will see you all on the next one. Peace.